The Triple B Podcast would like to invite you to come break bread with your brothers. If you like what you're hearing on the show, if you think we missed the mark, or if we got it all wrong, reach out to us on social media. We can be reached on Twitter at triple_B_pod or search Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast. We are the Brothers Breaking Bread on Facebook, and our email is brothersbreakingbreadpod@gmail.com. Further descriptions are in the show notes. Like, follow, friend, do all that good stuff, and please never forget to break bread with your brothers.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast in the house. Hey.
We'll have a little potluck. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it. This is a beautiful thing, man. Just all this blackness, and we all just getting together, we playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking. And, food is always just the extra, man. They deprive these people of their basic human rights, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through. I love that, man. I love it a lot, more than I could say to you guys.
We also met a cosmetologist. She was well versed in mortuary makeup. That's the task of making the victims appear as peaceful and natural as possible for their open casket viewings. These bodies were very different. They needed much more than makeup to be presentable. They needed extensive restoration. Why? Due to the exceptionally large exit wounds of an AR-15 rifle. Most of the body so mutilated that only DNA test or green Converse could identify them. Many children were left not only dead, but hollow.
Oh, hey, what's going on, y'all? Triple B Podcast, Brothers Breaking Bread in the house. We are here, Slim AC, Kim Honey Buns, Lady Lavender, half of the Brothers of Doom, a.k.a. Joe Pop, a.k.a. Joe Turner, a.k.a. tell your mama to send him some cookies. He said they were delicious. Joe Jeff. I am the KC Stork. Oh, my bad, Slim AC in the house. What's going on, party people?
What a place to be.
Trying to laugh as you hear Matthew McConaughey and someone who has seen the damage that can be created by AR-15. Yeah, they should not be in the hands of your average everyday civilian. No.
No, that's a hunting rifle.
If you hunt humans, yes, it's an excellent rifle. If your prey is to end humanity, it is an exceptional rifle. Within 400 meters, very accurate in the hands of a qualified shooter. Yes.
Indeed, skilled craftsman there, huh?
Yes. Even further out, the better the shot, the further out they can hit you from. But just with a simple AR. But you know how we do. Let's check in so we can get it in. Go around the horn here. You gonna mix it up a little bit. Slim AC, how you doing, pimp?
I'm on my second 32-ounce daiquiri, so
Damn.
So yeah, that's how I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Nah, it's been a chill week, man. Ain't too much going on, man. I actually got to get back out on the football field with the kids, running some of these summer camp. So it's good to get back out in the sport and, get back moving around with the kids and whatnot. Just been, hitting up really hard and hitting the workouts pretty hard, man. So shit, I felt like I wanted to treat myself with some drunken foolishness tonight. No, that's pretty much where your boy is right. No side eyes. I got plenty of people observations, but it ain't even worth it. It's all good over here.
Oh, well, good shit. Thanks for coming, man. Miss Honey Buns, how you doing? How you living?
I'm all right. I want to speak on that Matthew McConaughey real quick, though. I'm not a big movie watcher, but I have seen A Time to Kill, and I wonder when he did that movie, so like 26 years ago, 26 years ago, did he know, did he have any inkling he was going to be doing some same and similar shit today? Because I found it kind of eerie, just the similarities of the content, kind of. Yep. Him being a lawyer, him standing up trying to convince people of some shit that they already know is wrong and crazy. I don't know. That was just a little small observation for the clip. But for my week, though, I do have a source of a side eye. I'm going to try to not get myself fired from my job any more than what I already did today.
We are recording.
The state came in, and they wanted to know how does she do what she does? And I was like, well, is it wrong? And they're like, no. I said, so then how does it matter how it gets done? It gets done and it's right. And they're like, well, we just want to know how you're capable of doing what would normally take a team. And I was like, I don't have to explain that, because otherwise we're going to be here for days. And so, like, the woman kept pushing, and I was like, I got to get off the call before I pull a Tanya Harding. And it came out quicker than what I meant for it to come out. But my supervisor caught it, and she was like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the call. Y'all, it was not my shining moment, because I said I was going to Tanya Harding this lady. So
it sound like they're trying to duplicate you.
I know they be trying to get my hair follicles and such. Yeah. I never have my hair out, and I had my hair out this week, and they were like, you want to come into the office? I was like, nah, I'm good. Y'all gonna try to touch my hair, number one, and then try to pull this. Exactly. No, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. But other than that, things are going all right.
Well, good. I'm glad you're currently still employed. That's good.
Yeah, as of now.
Yeah, you can't be doing the random threats. No. Don't do that. Lady Lavender, how you doing, ma'am?
Pretty good. I think it's been a pretty calm week with work, teaching summer school. Well, I'm teaching a freshman transition program, I guess you'd call it.
Sounds cool.
Pretty chill. Although I did have to snap on a kid, what was that, 2 days ago? Because they're freshmen. They're about to be freshmen, but like I still feel like these kids have done no growth since the pandemic started. So I feel like these kids are basically still mentally like sixth graders. And they were acting like it. They were like throwing stuff around while I'm like trying to have a conversation with these kids and tell them what they're about to do. One kid like stood up in the middle of me talking and like walked towards me and then threw something at another kid across the room. And so I snapped at the kid. And then with me, whenever I snap at a kid, I can go right back to being cool, calm, and collected and happy-go-lucky with everybody else. But so I did that. And one of the kids that was sitting next to the kid that I snapped on, all of a sudden was like, bro, she just yelled at you. You better yell back at her. And so myself, I turned real quick and like snapped at that kid too. It was like, no, bro, this is not okay. You're about to be in high school, and this is not acceptable to me, not acceptable to any other staff member in this building. And I don't remember everything I said, but I was basically like, you need to check yourselves right now before.
Well, that sounded like the orientation lesson they needed.
Yep.
They really did. And it was funny, too, because later on that same day, the principal who's in charge of this program comes up to me at the end of the day, and I was like, oh, snap, what's he about to yell at me about what these kids tell on me for? And he comes over, he's at the door, and he's like, I need to talk to you real quick. I was like, oh, shit, what's this? He's about to, one of these kids untold on me because I just told him to not act crazy. Anyway, so I go over there, because at first I was like, bro, just say what you got to say. But he's like, come over here, I got to talk to you. And he said, apparently the kids think I'm doing a good job with them. I really don't know why. We've done a lot of cool stuff and explored the school and all that stuff. So I guess they've liked that. And I was joking with the kids that same day and got to talk about music and rap.
Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you gotta let them know you're human.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh yeah.
They understand that, and
that
they get that it's genuine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it was good though.
Contrary to popular belief, kids and people love discipline and routine.
These kids apparently they didn't really do much of that at the middle school. So I really don't understand what happens at the middle school in this district because everybody always says that like there's no structure there. It's like, well, why the fuck not? Why can't you get that started? Because these kids come to the high school and act a fool because they don't know how to act right. So anyway, I think they're cool kids, cute kids, and we got to do some fun stuff. And then I also got to explore the school. I had no idea the school was 6 stories high, and apparently yesterday I found out that it was actually 7 stories high, even though when you look at it outside it only looks like a 3-story building. Anyway, it's a big-ass school. So I have learned the subfloors and the ground floors and the basement floors, and even found the pool. There's apparently a pool and what they call an indoor track, which is really not an indoor track, but I found that area too, which is kind of cool.
So you help them find the little nooks and crannies in the building where they can go fuck later on? Is that
yeah. It was funny too because as they're going, because I've never been to most of these areas of the school, but as we're going around, and that's one of the things I was thinking. I was like, and I kept looking for cameras because I was like, I don't even think there's cameras set up in this area. Like, this is clearly where kids could do all kinds of stuff in this little hallway here. But that's not my problem.
Yeah.
Because I'm fine. Yes. That's why Lady Lavender said, try Jesus.
This definitely didn't need to try me.
Yeah. I have no problem laying these hands.
And I think that was the same day too, because we're actually in the air-conditioned section of the school, which I'm normally not. So I had like a jacket on, but we were walking around so much that day that I like took my jacket off and was just wearing my T-shirt. And so many of the guys were like, "Do you work out? Wait, are those your muscles?" I was like, "Yeah, like I could lift you probably right now and throw you on the ground. You want to talk shit to me? Let's go." Like, anyway, kids are funny.
Well, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you and Miss Kim are both still employed. Amen.
Yeah, they're not.
Hold on, let me get his screenshot right. What's going on, Joe Pop?
Stay for the show.
Stay for the show.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I took last week off. Had a dinner date with my youngest. Took her like on a play date, and we went to go see a movie with friends.
Nice.
Got some burgers and stuff like that. So that took precedent. We got a new superintendent.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
New interim. So the guy that's been superintendent for 6 years. Good dude. He has decided it's time to move on. And 6 years for a superintendent in an urban school district is an eon. You know what I'm saying? So he served his time and then some, and he's got us back to full accreditation. And so he's decided to go back home to Maryland and reset there. So there's been a lot of talk around it. I'm teaching summer school too, but summer school for me is babysitting. They just be on the computer doing their assignment, and I be playing spades and Clash of Clans while they do their work. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't real work, but the talk has been around about saying what is the aftermath of that. So they have taken on an interim superintendent who was somebody I came in with, Black woman. So I don't ever remember there being a woman, let alone a Black woman, as superintendent of our school district in the 40 some odd years I've been affiliated. Well, maybe just short of 40 some odd years. And I talked to somebody, said they had some interim women before. So she's got the interim tag. I don't know if they're going to take it off her. and let her be the one. But it'll be interesting. Like I think we're going in a direction that has been pretty solid. And so I think you'd want to hire from within to keep that direction going instead of pulling from outside and upsetting the apple cart. So, I think some good things happening. Good things happening.
Good shit.
Yeah. Donnie Bosco, what's up, man?
Oh, not much, man. Raising kids, living life, trying to be better each day. That's about it. That's all I can do. Most of us the side eye, white people fucking up. So, the normal shit. We're going to hear about some of it, but this January 6th shit that we're going to cover here in a little bit. But outside of that, man, life is good. Glad everybody's here. Let's go. No more source of side eye. Everybody good. Everybody feel they able to check in appropriately. All right, let's go. Let's talk about this woman. We talked about the school shooting, but we really didn't have sound from this mother who was like, fuck y'all, I'm going to get my babies. I don't care if I'm handcuffed. I'm going to get my children. Let's get a little sound clip from her.
Arrest you because you're being very uncooperative. I said, well, you're gonna have to arrest me because I'm going in there, and I'm telling you right now, I don't see none of y'all in there. Y'all are standing with snipers and y'all are far away. If y'all don't go in there, I'm going in there. He immediately put me in cuffs.
She says after Uvalde police officers told marshals to uncuff Gomez, she ran towards the school.
As soon as they uncuffed me, I jumped that first gate fence, and once I jumped it, I went to my son's class, and I knocked on the door, and I remember the teacher saying, I'm like, hey, they're already bolt cutting the fence to get me. She's like, you think we have time to get out? I said, y'all have time. I'm gonna run for my other son.
Once she was assured her son was okay, Gomez ran to get her other child, encountering more officers who tried to stop her.
So I start yelling, and I'm being uncooperative, and I'm like, well, y'all aren't doing what are y'all doing? Y'all ain't doing y'all need to be in here. Give me your vest. Somebody give me a vest. Something. I started paying attention to how far the shots were being, so that I knew the shooter was all the way still by my first son's class. So when I went to my second son's door, the teacher didn't want to open the door for me. So that's when they started escorting me out. And as I see that they're opening my son's door, I go run for my son, and I get him.
With both of her kids out safe, Gomez still can't shake the thought of those who didn't make it.
While you were inside the school, did you
defund the police, fund the mothers? I don't know. She's running back and forth, running in this building, and the whole time the police are standing by, SWAT team standing by, and just saying, hey, don't go in. That's crazy. But salute to her, man. And unfortunately for her children, they will never be able to talk shit to her anytime soon in this next decade, century, ever. Because she definitely going to be on. Remember that time when that shooter was in the building, I came and got your ass? Uh-huh. Talking that shit, nigga. You better lay down and go to fuck sleep. What you mean you ain't coming over my house this weekend to mow the grass? But that's good stuff, man. And then even more news. But the pandemic crushed teachers after Uvalde. They wonder what more. And I know we got two teachers on the show, and we won't get into some of the things they've talked about in the chat groups. But definitely can feel the some of the pain, some of the disrespect the teachers feel, the things that they're being asked to deal with, as far as want teachers to be armed, want teachers to put their lives on the line, like some do already. As far as finances and resources to make sure these children are getting the appropriate education that they need, because they're not getting the funds from the state. But yeah.
That reminds me. Let me talk about that real quick.
Go ahead, sir.
So in summer school, even though I'm chilling, there was some wild shit happening this week. So we had a bomb threat in the school on Wednesday, I believe it was. And so we had to vacate the premises, and basically after being outside for about 40 minutes, an hour, they decided to move us over to the middle school while they conducted a sweep. And so I had, a girl about to be a senior, been on my track team, Latina, actually. And she hadn't heard a fucking thing about Uvalde. And I was like, really? So they, you know, it was like they were kind of wondering why they would go through all this, you know, da-da-da about this bomb threat or whatever. And I'm not sure they knew it was a bomb threat at the time, you know what I'm saying? But why are they going through all these procedures? And I was like, y'all, you don't know what's going on in the world? Like, you ain't heard about none of this shit? And so basically, I pulled up my Facebook and showed her the 19 children that had been killed in Uvalde, and just kind of watched her process it. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't know anything about that. She didn't know anything about Buffalo. She didn't know anything about Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we really didn't like. It happened at the end of the school year, so school was pretty much shut down. We didn't really get a chance to kind of talk about some of those things. Like I think Uvalde might have happened right before I left for the state meet and the end of the school year, and then Tulsa was after the fact. So we really didn't get a chance to talk about some of those things because school was pretty much done. But just kind of watching her catch up on that stuff and process it was like, you know, wow. So I don't know. I realize sometimes I get numb to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've gotten to the point where we do this stuff all the time. Every week we talk about whatever silly shit's going on in the news and whatever tragic things going on in the news, and we talk it through. And sometimes I find myself, you know, kind of thinking about some of the jokes we tell about some horrible shit and smiling, and other people are not in that place yet. You know what I'm saying? Other people have not really dealt with it the way we deal with it every week, and they just kind of, you know, they're taking it in, and it's painful to them. And sometimes we have already gone through it, and I be trying to just let it roll off my back because we do this shit all the time. I don't know. I feel like I got to know.
Joe, I think you gotta be that way, bro. I really do. In some sense, you gotta be that way because it's happening every day.
Yeah.
And so, with the fact that it's happening every day, every time we walk out the house, there's that possibility or there's that risk. And so, I mean, if you are consumed with it, I mean, because at the end of the day, you can be consumed with it and not be doing anything preventative or be doing anything about it or, you know, addressing it in any way. I mean, at least therapeutically in some way, you understand that this is happening every day. We come on here and, you know, we release it, you know, because this is the only way we have to release it in a, I guess, constructive way. So, like, if there's other people here who can't even release it or don't know how to process it, or like you said, she didn't even know it happened. I mean, you know, how many other people are like that out there that are so, you know, detached from what's really going on that they don't even understand the magnitude of what's happening out there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I giggle at something my Republican mother put out today. She was talking about how she watched propaganda in school textbooks and wondered how people didn't recognize the shit and knew that if she saw it, it would be easily detectable.
Hold on.
Is she like the main purveyor of propaganda that I know? So all I did was I just laughed at her threw a little laughing emoji on there. but I don't know. I think some of these people hear it and then they take on whatever crazy alternative narrative. You know, what was that somebody said about the fucking it's like, wasn't like a congressman said something about the insurrection the other day? Said, oh, that wasn't nothing but like people hanging out at the Capitol. Oh, was that what Del Rio said?
Del Rio called it a little dust up at the Capitol.
A little dust up at the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? What? I don't know. I just don't understand how, like, people will watch the shit that we watch and get a completely different, you know what I'm saying, narrative built up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
as to what happened.
I think somebody said they weren't even attacking the police. Like, they were, like, not even engaging the police. And I'm like, what the fuck were you watching?
I mean...
Well, was there a video in the chat group or did I listen to it somewhere else? There was a police officer, I think, testifying today.
Yes.
talking about she was slipping on the blood.
Yes.
Like, there's that much blood at the Capitol. Like, come on.
And yeah, I mean, definitely we talk about these echo chambers, man, and they are they fucking us up. They fucking us up, whether it be the echo chamber, whether it be just trying to get your day-to-day news. Everything is locked behind a paywall. In half the time, you can't even tell if the shit's factual or real. Where you getting the news from online sometimes. You got to double check the byline, check for misspelled words, and make sure they come from just somebody who got a blog, and now it's being presented as real live news from the scene. You know what I'm saying? The shit, the world we living in is crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too many ways. There's too many outlets to just put random thoughts out there, whether they're true or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just too many ways to express that shit, and so many people have access to it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, there's a podcast that I was listening to. I'm trying to paraphrase, but they basically were saying we have too much access to each other and too much access to too much bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there is literally no off switch to the amount of access that we have to each other, and then the shit that we access ain't even good for us. It's not even healthy. It's not even shit that we should be digesting day to day. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you were saying, Joe, it's so much of it that we become numb to it. Like today, I'm in the break room, and we're talking about there was a shooting in Maryland. 3 people got killed. Numerous people were injured. And then I was like, oh shit. And then we were like, oh yeah, okay. And we went back to setting the rooms up, nigga. Like I said, somebody won the Powerball. Nigga, that's how it hit.
No, okay. So I was this is shit 18 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I was up in Des Moines getting my level 1 track certification, and somebody got murdered that weekend in Des Moines, and everybody was talking about it. And it was over by the campus, over by Drake University, where, you know what I'm saying, we get barbecue at Jethro's, if you've ever been to Des Moines. But yeah, murder happened over there, and everybody in the city was talking about it. Like, everywhere we went, they were talking about the murder. And I was like, nigga, in the time we started talking about this, 5 niggas died in Kansas City, and nobody's talking about it. Like,
yeah.
Like, yeah, in Kansas City, it's just like, that's a day. That's a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
That is a Tuesday in the winter. It's not even a summertime Tuesday, nigga.
I'm saying, yeah, it's summertime. We're going to triple that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's weird how some things that should be big news, like a fucking person get murdered, everybody should be talking about that shit. But that's like,
it's nothing now.
We get numb to that shit because it just happens all the fucking time.
Right.
You can't live your life like that, you know.
Right.
Live in fear, man.
And I know a lot of times we tell jokes on here, and I think it's not so much numbness, but you know, you laugh to keep from crying sometimes. You know,
yeah.
We hear in our voices that sometimes it's just like there's a joke, but then there's a pause, and and then we kind of get a little deeper into it, and somebody tell a joke to pull us out of that nosedive of pain that humanity's feeling.
And that's why I be fucking up, because I be like telling them jokes to the general population, and they don't be ready for it.
No. ain't nobody ready for the joke about an old black man dying in the Ozarks, nigga, on the duck boat.
They not ready.
Ain't nobody ever ready for that. No.
Nope.
Oh.
But I mean, I don't know. It's just how you got.
I was trying to explain somebody. Hold on, I was trying to explain somebody the inner workings of the fucking Walmart debacle.
Oh.
And I was trying to tell. I was like, man, they just need an old nigga in the boardroom, but we drowned his ass, so I don't know what to do.
And they're like, what? Like,
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you saying?
What are you saying? Listen to episode 80, nigga. You'll get it.
Right.
But no, I don't know. Like I said, laugh, keep from crying, man.
I mean, it's the same thing. You did it at the beginning of the show, man. Matthew McConaughey was talking about all that stuff, and we had to, it's just like, we said it before. It's our therapy, man. Like, it's the only way we can deal with it is to release it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a release for us, and it's a release into the air. I still laugh at Joe talking about the lady when the Spanish teacher got killed.
Oh,
we was talking about that. Like he was like, these niggas was mad because they couldn't conjugate verbs. It's a fucked up situation, but at the same time, ironically, we have to have a way to release this shit out, man. And so I just think everybody needs that, and everybody doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. And I hate that term, safe space, but this is a space where we come and talk and break bread and are able to say shit. And then even if, people cross the line or we feel that someone isn't getting it, we hold each other accountable and we talk it out. So, that's why I love it. That's why I love y'all. But yeah, man, definitely, show notes, read this article, man. Teachers out there, especially Lady Lavender talked about like this, the growth and development of children. A lot of that's been delayed, I think, because of COVID and shit like that. Social interactions, which are very important and positive. I'm sure all the teachers, like, little niggas need to know how to fucking act. And if we at home sitting in front of a computer for 2 or 3 years, a lot of social interaction and social agreements are not being learned. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, teachers on the front line. I know people want to talk about soldiers and cops and shit like that. Soldiers and cops learn from somebody. They learn from a fucking teacher. Those are the true front lines. So I've said it for years. Y'all know how I feel about it. Okay, going on. More great news. January 6th committee hearing schedule. So y'all know the committee has finally convened. There's going to be justice. People will be held accountable for what happened January 6th.
It's going to be the Mueller Report 2.0.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm not even watching it. I don't want to be mad.
I ain't make that connection, Joe.
Yeah. Dog. I don't want to be mad. That's what's gonna happen. I got a weekend. I'm gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be drinking. I'm gonna be enjoying myself. I don't want to be mad. That's why I ain't watch this shit.
Hey man, I just
what? I ain't got my bad. Go ahead, AC.
No, I was just gonna say my stepfather tried to make a bet with me on how they was gonna all be held accountable, and he's like, "Watch, this time it's gonna happen. This time it's gonna happen." Man, he bet me $1. I'm like, man, hey, look, I'm gonna take your $1,
bruh. I don't need a committee to know what happened. I saw it on the news, nigga.
No, you saw it, but you know what they saw. Didn't nobody get hurt. They didn't engage the cop.
And then they keep pushing this the white woman that got shot in the face. They keep pushing her down. Motherfuckers. That's why I hate being on Twitter sometimes. They're trying to make it a national holiday. What's her name?
What?
Ashley Bobbitt or Bobbito?
Babbitt. Yeah.
Babbitt. Oh, Bobbitt. That's the other. That's the one that cut off her husband's dick. My bad.
That's Lorena. Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. Wrong.
They might have gave her a holiday too. Be careful.
Hey, but yeah, man, we'll keep an eye on this, man. But
they should get a holiday for that. If they don't do a holiday for her, they need to do the holiday for the "Don't Tread on Me" girl.
Ooh. Oh man!
For those of you who don't remember,
and all I'm saying is that, man, because I be on them Twitter streets, but I'm like, y'all keep pushing this white woman down my throat, talking about she's a hero. Say her name. I'm like, what about Breonna Taylor? She's in her bed, mind her own fucking business, sleeping. I ain't heard a motherfucker say her name. You know what I'm saying? But I got this woman who tried to break into the Capitol building, got shot in the face. That's what happened.
She's climbing through a window in fucking Capitol.
That's what happened. Right. Guess what? You come to my house and try to climb through the window, you're going to get shot in the face.
Sorry. What is it with these motherfuckers that don't follow, like, you know what I mean? Like, this motherfucking cop is telling you, if you come through this glass, I'm going to shoot you.
No.
She still comes through the glass. He cocks the gun. At what point do you?
They yelled out. He's got a gun.
It was in her face.
She's a hit in the fucking half, bro.
She said, "Them is niggas bullets. Them ain't for me." They're not about to shoot a white woman in the face on camera. Nah. She
Nah, son, I don't see it.
nah. She was like, try Jesus. Don't try. Pow, 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 pow. Oh shit.
Nigga, she got the original fat.
She got the round.
Out.
Fuck around and found out.
Hey, fat foe to the fullest, nigga.
It don't get no realer than that one.
She found out about the scientific method that day.
She tested that hypothesis, bro.
She was not part of the control group, nigga. All right.
She didn't get that placebo?
No.
Full dose.
Full dose. Hot rocks.
No.
Yeah, well, hey, look at hey, we were talking about laughing at pain, you know what? But we ain't in pain about this shit. I'm on my full Sam Jackson. Hell yeah, she deserved to die.
Full circle.
Anyway, full circle as we always do on this show. But yeah, man, Monday they start back up again. Let me see what they have going on today. I think did Ivanka, did she testify today or some shit? I think she did.
Did anybody watch it?
I didn't watch it. I just saw some of the reports from Twitter. People upset, and I'm like, why y'all upset, nigga? Y'all know what's gonna happen. Come on, bro.
I know Kim watched it. I know Kim did.
They're upset about what?
I watched it last night.
Nothing really has been said that hasn't been. I guess the only thing new is that they said William Barr knew that the election was not lost and kept trying to tell Trump that.
Yeah.
Ivanka believed William Barr because he is the person who has some sense, at least. And anyway, Trump came back today. I think I saw something, and he's like now saying Ivanka had been checked out, and that's why she believed William Barr, and she's now discredited in his eyes. And William Barr should have left earlier because he was no good. And of course, he's trying to downplay anything anybody has said.
Yep, that's good. Yep. Like I said, I'm not surprised by any of it. I just Kanye West.
I feel like we knew the shit about William Barr before though.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But maybe the Ivanka shit was new.
Yeah, a little bit. What you about to say, Kim?
No, I mean, I watched it last night, and it was, I think I was kind of moved more so by the testimony of the female officer. But, yeah, it was, and then I can't remember the gentleman that was doing the documentary. A lot of the clips that they showed were actually from his documentary. So you got to see, like, some different angles and things of that nature. But it was just, it was heartbreaking and definitely traumatizing all the way through.
What she said it moved you?
Well, I guess, she told her story as to how she came about wanting to serve through, like, family legacy and things like that. So I thought that was commendable. But just, I guess, seeing her get laid out like that was just like, oh, it was really, really distressing because I think, she was knocked unconscious, and then they had, like, some of her body cam video. And so you could see people, like, walking over her. You could like, see her being kicked and things of that nature. And then when she came to, she went to, like, automatically helping, her counterparts. It was just rough to watch all the way around.
Wow, they knocked her out. That's crazy.
I forgot about that part, too, about the because the Proud Boys, they had somebody there who was embedded with them doing the documentary. And that's how I'm like, how you gonna go to that's some privilege for your ass. We gonna go to insurrection, but we gonna bring a nigga who's filming a documentary with us too.
Well, you had to understand, Proud Boys I think it was brought out that Proud Boys were invited by the president.
Yes.
After he told them to stand down and stand by, the nigga invited them to the insurrection.
Yeah. But then you come find out
the stand by part of it.
Right. I know it.
And then you come to find out that one of their leaders is a FBI snitch.
Yeah.
It's all fucked up, bro. It's just crazy, man. Oh boy. Anyway, y'all stand by, or whatever the fuck he said, and stay ready, or frosty, or whatever. Anyway, let's go next here. Oh man, lots happening in the Senate. We got some soundbite from son of Buffalo shooting victim at Senate. Well, you know what? We'll let him say his piece.
You elected to protect us, to protect our way of life. I ask every one of you to imagine the faces of your mothers as you look at mine, and ask yourself, is there nothing that we can do? Is there nothing that you personally are willing to do to stop the cancer of white supremacy and the domestic terrorism it inspires? Because if there is nothing, then, respectfully, senators, you should yield your positions of authority and influence to others that are willing to lead on this issue. The urgency of the moment demands no less. My mother's life mattered. My mother's life mattered. Your actions here today will tell us how much it matters to you. Thank you.
Man, them motherfuckers that probably wouldn't even pay attention. They probably on their phones, on eBay or Amazon, buying some bullshit.
Where's Gary?
What'd you say?
I said, where's Gary? He need a second.
Gary would got him on. Yeah, Gary would have been on task right there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't give a damn.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. I see you over there on your phone shopping. Yeah, Gary. Yeah, that's my homie. But yeah, man. I meant to say parent, but his mom, yeah, was a victim. So yeah. And you hear that plea, but you know that nothing ain't gonna happen. You hear that plea, but
they could care less. It's not even phasing them. You know, they could care less.
Yeah, there is no. Go ahead.
Who was the gentleman that was sitting next to him? Was that because when he said the cancer of white supremacy, I think I was in the middle of taking sips, so I kind of choked because I was like, oh, he just said what he said. The dude next to him didn't even flinch. He was just, I don't know if they had kind of reviewed what he was going to say, but he didn't give him a side eye or nothing. He just kept drinking his little drink and went on about his business. So I'm assuming he was affiliated with him, like a lawyer or something. I don't know.
He may have been.
Him right there, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I
that's why he
was
took
really
a sip.
surprised that he didn't even move.
Oh, maybe he knew it was coming. That's why he took a sip, so he wouldn't be like,
yeah.
What's that meme?
Right.
What's that meme? That little fat black kid? It's like
he didn't want to look. He didn't want to look them niggas in the eye when he said that shit. He said, "I'm gonna drink my drink. I ain't gonna keep motherfuckers eye when he say this shit."
That motherfucker probably got a fucking 7-7 in that cup. I'm good. All right.
7-7. What this nigga? A sophomore in college?
Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
What does God say is the answer? Is the solution?
Hey, what'd you say? Oh, alcohol's alcohol. Oh.
I don't know, man. Some alcohol I didn't put away. Look, when I was a child, I drank as a child. When I became an adult, I put all childish things away.
Okay, so if I come over to your house, you drinking some childish shit, I'm just gonna knock it out your hand.
There you go.
I'm like, no. Nigga,
I do have some Malibu today.
I'm about to say, a Malibu? Put that. What are you? What are you? You some motherfucking 18-year-old girl?
You're right.
And Freaknik, nigga?
You walking around the house with the white bottle, bro.
I'm trying to imagine myself in the Caribbean.
Scar. It's all good. Every once in a while, we all enjoy bad things. Speaking of bad people.
What does God say is the answer, is the solution for the homosexual in 2022, here in the New Testament, here in the book of Romans, that they are worthy of death? These people should be put to death. Every single homosexual in our country should be charged with the crime, the abomination of homosexuality that they have. They should be convicted in a lawful trial. They should be sentenced with death. They should be lined up against the wall and shot in the back of the head. That's what God teaches. That's what the Bible says. You don't like it? You don't like God's work.
It's not.
Where? What?
Hold on. Rebuttal.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In March of this year, the Washington Post published an article titled, GOP lawmakers push historic wave of bills targeting rights of LGBTQ teens, children, and their families. In April, Washington Post published another article titled, Some Republicans fear party overreach on LGBT measures. I just thought I would now recite for you what Jesus Christ said about homosexuality.
Yeah.
I yield back.
Yeah. Old buddy, in the first clip, remind me of Epps from 12 Years a Slave.
Ooh.
Just taking the Bible all out of context, perverting it for whatever purpose you got, man. Does it talk about homosexuality in the New Testament? Yes, it does. Is it Jesus talking? No, it's not. It's what's my man who wrote Acts? Paul. Paul's talking about it, but not in the context of shooting people in the back of the head. Number one, they ain't had guns.
This man said, he made it sound like this is what he said in 2022 New Testament, like New Testament it came. That's the way he presented it. And then he's like, a lawful trial. I'm like, what, nigga?
Right. He said all this
like an addendum.
Like he was in a meeting with Jesus yesterday.
That's how he said it, dog.
Yeah.
He said 2022 New Testament lawful trial. Shoot him in the back of the head, nigga. What?
Nah, he don't remember the part where Jesus said, "He who's without sin cast the first stone." He don't remember none of that.
No.
I hate it when these Christians start being these fire and brimstone dudes and just take the Bible completely out of context.
Right.
It just turns people away from it, man.
Right.
And it's not what the Bible says. It's just not what it is. I don't know. So that's all I got on that.
I mean, I don't want to go there, but isn't that partially how the Bible was presented during slavery, bro?
That's what I'm saying. That's how he remind me of Epps.
Yeah, like, god damn. Like,
that's why he remind me of a nigga from 12 Years a Slave. Yes, because he took the Bible out of context. You know, to put his own interpretation on it and said it like that was the law.
Yeah.
I just hate.
That's disgusting, man.
They make Christianity look bad, and I hate them for that. You know what I'm saying? They completely misread. I mean, you know, shit. You got people in Islam who do the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You got just people taking the shit out of context and creating a jihad where the shit doesn't belong. You know what I'm saying?
Placing your own interpretation on something versus reading it for what it is and interpreting it that way.
You're just putting your agenda in front of everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then, as we've always, go ahead, Lady Lavender.
You're acting like these people actually read the Bible.
He a preacher. He's supposed to.
He's supposed to, but has he? Because clearly he hasn't. If he's saying this is what Jesus said, he's not really actually reading what's in the actual Bible.
Lady Lavender, do you have the new 2022 New Testament? As my man said.
That's one I have not seen yet.
Have you read the 2022 New Testament?
Oh, it's not published yet.
That's what he said. My man
he was
said.
in a meeting.
That's what I'm saying. My man said, new 2022 New Testament.
That nigga was reading that David Koresh manuscript that got burned up in the fire or something. he wasn't reading from the one I've read. I don't know.
No. But good for this. Protesters gather outside of actually, I didn't read the whole. Yeah, protesters are gathering outside of his church. Don't know how many, but good. They need to be out there marching on his ass. He needs to be, as Joe said, he needs to be removed from his calling, wherever his church is, or wherever the Steadfast Church. Is that where it's? I don't know. This is crazy.
How's he going to pay for his big old McMansion if he doesn't have this church, though?
Wait a minute. Ooh. Oh, wow. Shelley was advocating for the enforcement of a Texas law that made sodomy illegal. However, that law was ruled unconstitutional in the 2003 Supreme Court case, Lawrence versus Texas. They still have sodomy laws in the military. Weird. Keeping on down all this good news. I mean, it's not really good. It's not really bad news. Kid got an award. What's wrong with you niggas? Mississippi teacher gives black preschooler the Monkey Award. Children are typically sent home with different awards at the end of the year after having a major accomplishment like straight A's or perfect attendance. The children rush home proud and eager to show off their honorable awards to their parents and family. When the child is given a discriminatory award, it becomes a different story.
Was that the H&M Monkey Award or?
I don't know. He get a hoodie.
Comes with a free T-shirt.
Let's see. A black pre-K student from elementary school in Batesville, Mississippi, was sent home with an award called the Monkey Award for entertaining others, according to WKYT. The student's mother, Shamika Ellis, told WKYT that her son was so excited about the award, but he had no idea.
Hold up, WKYT, nigga, hold up.
Oh.
What? Oh, white. White.
We known to be white.
White.
WKYT, we known to be white
all the time. No darkness ever.
Oh my God.
This is crazy.
Oh God.
So Ida, that kid who stood up in your class, can he get a Monkey Award?
I would never. Even for if a kid is fucking up like that, I would never. I don't even understand it.
The little
and then the fact that, like they said, it was printed on fucking paper, so nobody saw this. It was like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Oh, this teacher said she had no idea the history of Negroes and monkeys.
Why are you calling the kid a fucking monkey anyway? Even if you don't understand the connotation behind it.
I get it.
Hey, what the monkeys? People say we monkey around.
It could have been anything else if you're talking about he's entertaining or has energy or whatever it is. There's a lot of
monkey business you be into. Come on.
Hold on.
You gave a black kid in the state of Mississippi the Monkey Award for entertaining people.
You niggas are so sensitive. She said the teacher said she gave the award because this little nigga had a lot of energy.
Because he's a primate. And that nigga be swinging by his tail or something. I don't know. Hey, the nigga love bananas. I don't know what to say.
This is a lot. I don't know. Anyway, we'll keep it moving. More news from Mississippi. Somebody cue my girl Nina Simone. Mississippi, goddamn. Former Mississippi cop who murdered black mistress ordered to pay $2 million to her children. All right. That's bad. I mean, it's good for the children, but bad for that cop. Fuck him. Anyway. And then we'll close out our month about with guns. Gun trafficker busted for selling firearms in bulk to undercover NYPD cop. Weapons bought legally through straw buyers in North Carolina. This is how easy it is to get weapons in and out of your state and move them from state to state. Blase, blase. A ruthlessly ambitious gun runner sold dozens of fire. And I don't know if any of y'all watch Lord of War, and there's another movie out there too, where they kind of get. I mean, even though it's a movie, but it gets into some of the ways that gun dealers handle business.
But explain this to me.
Go ahead, sir.
Why do we need gun runners when you can go to Walmart?
Oh, we can go to Walmart. But I'm guessing you can't go to Walmart and buy like 50 guns.
Well, and I think everybody's not going to pass that background check. As bullshit as it is, I still don't think everybody's going to pass that background check.
Do they have? Well, I get maybe in New York they do. That's right. You go down to North Carolina, buy your guns, and take them up to New York because they're gonna ask a question in North Carolina.
Yeah, I think the big thing is if you want to buy guns in bulk. That's when you start having to hit. Yeah, that's when more red flags go up. If you go to Walmart and buy 20 semi-automatic pistols.
Well, you know what that means. You know what that means. Since these guns are so easily available from gun runners, that means we need to have more guns. We need to be able to
more guns. That's what Ted Cruz said. Everybody gets a gun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to deregulate. Let's go. Everybody go down to. They should be handing out guns in preschool, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get a gun for Ellis and for Grant, little 22.
Yeah. Fourth graders.
Little Dillinger. Two shooter.
You need someone with a little kickback on it though, man.
Oh man, I don't want them niggas to shoot me and kill me. Yeah. Start small.
You be funny with the snacks after school, man. You might.
Hey nigga, I said I want some bubble gum, huh?
What? Fucking 2-inch hole in your back, nigga.
Yeah,
nigga, we really will have to pick up Ellis.
Oh yeah, he's like, no, pick me up and carry me around, motherfucker. I don't want
a little bit over here, a little bit over there.
5 pistols they are. Yeah, I think the big thing is, like you have some of these states or federally, some of these high capacity magazines. Then we start, our last 2 shooters, Buffalo and oh boy, Uvalde, they both had armor, tactical gear, armor. So shit like that is where these gun runners come in. 'Cause I'm sure if you can get 30, 40, 50 semi-automatic rifles or weapons or whatever, you definitely get your hands on some tactical gear and some armor. So these are the games that are being played.
But that's just one dude.
Yeah, this is one cat. Yeah.
That's just one cat.
Yeah.
So imagine how many different motherfuckers is doing this right now.
And
that's just one motherfucker.
And the scary thing about it is, this is probably you talking about he sell like 24 guns. That's low level shit. You know what I'm saying? This niggas moving crates.
Okay, can we talk about that? Because I don't like the way this article's written. They open with him being ruthless. So what did he do that was ruthless?
Be black and sold guns to white cops, probably.
I mean, because he didn't he didn't knock nobody out. He didn't knock nobody over. He didn't do nothing real major. But the article opens like ruthless. It called him ruthless, and also I want some some meat and potatoes. Like, who did he shoot? Who did he kill?
Well, his name is not Sam Walton. So therefore, he's ruthless.
Okay.
His name is Tyreek.
Okay.
His name's Tyreek.
That's ruthless in itself right there.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. They did some editorializing on this article. Yes, but I don't know. Maybe he has a past. But from everything I've read, he has sold some guns in broad daylight to undercover New York cops.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah. So it's a nice little article. Like I said, you 24. I mean, that's low level shit where you got motherfuckers moving crates of guns in the back of the fucking trucks. You know what I'm saying? So, and the thing is, even if you got 24 semi-automatic pistols just laying around, where are these niggas getting them from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no. They not Steel Smiths. They not making the guns in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they Walter White cooking up motherfucking pure methamphetamines in the damn trailer somewhere. You know, where we getting these pistols from? What truck these guns falling off of?
Nigga, they made them gas. They got some shit that'll blow it out back from where they stay
at. Ooh, I think the battle's just begun. Yeah, all right. Damn, I love it.
Break bread with your brothers whenever possible.